Hey, ActivKate here. I know it's been a while. I realized that editing these videos was taking up a lot of time because I would edit out my ums and ahs and the dogs being noisy or whatever. So I'm gonna try and do this video without any edits. I will put music over the top, but aside from that, I'm gonna try not to edit to take out the ums. So it is now January the 16th. So I'm just past my 3-month date, which was on the 11th. I did make an original video, but I didn't want to have to go back and edit. So I'm just starting fresh. So it's been 3 months, coming up to 14 weeks tomorrow post-op. I love that they never align. It's kind of strange that way. But starting, or heaviest weight, let's just go over the stats again. Heaviest weight was 280. My starting weight for the liquid diet was 269. Surgery day was 260. And I'm currently sitting at 222 this morning, which is kind of crazy. So that means I'm actually only 9 pounds away from my first mental goal, because I was 213. It was my lowest adult post baby weight. So let's see when that will come. Who knows when? Hopefully soon-ish, because it'd be great to hit that mark and then hit my next goal of the 100 pound, or no, 100 pound, 100, the 100s, the Wonderland. So under 200 would be the next goal. So let's see how that progresses, and hopefully going forward I will try and make this at least once a month. But do follow me on Instagram. I'll put my tag here as well as in the description below to just follow me there. I post every day. We can chat, we can connect. Again, I post every day. I'm there. Whereas YouTube is a little bit harder to get onto every day, or even every week, as you've seen. So what I will show you a few side-by-side photos. So let's see, let's post starting weight to now. Let's add in a couple of side-by-sides. Sorry, the dog is knocking things around. So let's do the front view. There we go, side-by-side, to side view, side-by-side, and back view, side-by-side. If you get a chance, hop onto Instagram. I actually did a DEXA scan just after Christmas, and that was pretty phenomenal to see. You're laying down, so everything kind of spreads out, but it was phenomenal to use as a starting point. I went to Body Measure in Newmarket, Ontario. They do have another Body Measure in Manitoba. Yep, in Manitoba. Either way, they are also on Instagram, and I'm sure they're on the Facebook and all the places. But it was phenomenal to just get all those measurements, find out where the fat deposits are, find out that my muscle is still pretty good considering I haven't lifted in well over a year. So that was great to know that I haven't lost all my muscle. My bone density is great. That's thanks to all the years of running. Even though it's been off and on, it's still helped my bone density. There's tons of details. It is in the highlights if you want to go through and watch those stories. The other thing was I did a Fit 3D scan, which you stand and it spins you in a 360 and does all your measurements. So that is fantastic. I'm gonna have that, and I will go back at my 1-year anniversary post-op to compare and see what the progress is, because I have a feeling my mind's gonna be a little blown. So that's where we're at right now. I've been really focused on portions and food choices, but also not depriving myself. You know, we did just have Christmas. I had some cookies, I had some treats, I had some pie, I had mashed potatoes, I had meat, I had vegetables, I've had salad. You know, I've had a little bit of everything, not depriving myself. That has been the biggest change this go around that I think is really gonna make this stick, because in the past, it's always been about restriction. You can't have this, you can't have that. You can only have this much of something, or if you ate a bite of that, well then that's it, the diet is fully blown. This time I'm just really trying to focus on the overall choices and how I feel at the time, because I have to take away food's power. Food can't have the power that it had before. There is no good, there is no bad. It nourishes your body or it nourishes your soul. That's it. No good or bad. So that's what I'm trying to go with. And, you know, have a salad with a cookie. With it. Not as a reward afterwards, but with it. They're both just as good. They just nourish you differently. And that's how my mindset's been. And as silly as it sounds, I've been calling it the Star Wars diet, that there must be balance in the Force. You need to have the dark side with the light side to have that balance. So that's what I'm going with, the Star Wars diet. Let's hashtag that one. So the other thing I've done is I started back with my C to 5K program. I've done this program by Zenlabs so often. I don't know if I can tag it or add it in the description, but I'll try. If not, you can find them on Instagram as the official C to 5K. It's a fantastic program. Like I said, I've used it several times. That, when I first started training in 2012, it got me to my first 5K. And then when I wanted to get faster, I would use the walk as a jog and the run as a sprint, and that would help increase my pace, which worked great. I was able to get my pace up to a pretty good pace. Not amazing, because I was still heavier and it's harder to move a body of that size to be the same pace as somebody who's 150 pounds. So I did my best, but it did increase my pace. So I love the program. I'm on week 4 now. I did week 4, day 1 yesterday, and that was a 3-minute run, 90-second walk, 5-minute run, 3-minute walk, and then you repeat the cycle with a 5-minute warm-up, 5-minute cool down. And that first 5 minutes was hard. It also didn't help that I just ate dinner like not even half an hour before, or maybe just over half an hour before. So I felt really gross. I wanted to barf. No joke. I really wanted to barf. But I kept it down. And that's what matters. And I finished and I held strong. And at the end of every program, each 3 days a week, in the last run segment, I always take the last 30 seconds to just sprint, because I love finishing runs with a sprint finish. Just fully drain the tank. Just push as hard as I can till, I think I'm done, but really you're not. Your brain will try and mess with you so much. So I try and I push at the end, do that 30-minute sprint, and it's awesome. So I've been doing that C to 5K. What else did I want to talk to you guys about? Instagram, again, I wanted to talk to you. That's where I live. I live on Instagram. If you really want to connect, follow me, ActivKate_fitness. Again, it's a public profile, so pop over anytime. We can chat, and I'm always there every day. So if you want to connect more, whereas here on YouTube, I check in about once a month. So, because this isn't a huge platform, this is really just my, see, here's a whole lot of ums. And this I would normally snip out, but we're just going to leave it. This is where I'm just journaling, like really just journaling every month to try and keep an eye on how things are going. And hey, see the people who don't do Instagram maybe are on here. It also does send through to Facebook. So I don't check Facebook at all. I've completely stopped using it, don't have the app on my phone. But because Instagram and Facebook are buddies, all of my Instagram posts will send through to Facebook, not the stories, but the posts will send through to Facebook, to the same name account. It's ActivKate Fitness or just ActivKate, I don't know. But look it up, it's there. It'll have the same logo, that same pink flowered ActivKate logo as my user. So you'll see it there. If you use Facebook, great, you can follow along my progress there. If you don't, then go to Instagram. I'm there. We can chat, we can connect, and you'll see all the stories there, which is a whole lot more updates, and you can see the highlights in anything that you may have missed over the last little while. What else? Coming up in 34 days, we head off to Disney. My daughter and I are having a girls' trip, and she will be 6 then. We're gonna do the 5K together. We're just gonna have fun. There's no timeline, there's no anything. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna be silly, we're gonna be running, we're gonna be walking. It's gonna be great. And then she's gonna go on to do the kids' races. Because back in April, I think, is when I had to pay for these and sign up, I didn't want to sign myself up for anything that I knew I couldn't finish because I didn't know when surgery was going to be and how much recovery I would need. So I played it safe and just went with the 5K, and we'll have fun together. So that is in 34 days for that trip. That will also be the first time flying since the summer when I was closer to my heaviest at just, I think I was 270 something. So, and I was this close to needing a seatbelt extender. That was hard, and that was hard. So I pushed and adjusted and whatever to make sure that seatbelt closed, and that was on Southwest. We are flying Frontier this time. So I have a feeling the seats are tinier. They probably have shorter belts. So I'm hoping with this close to 50 pounds loss that I will have no issues, but you never know. So here's hoping that everything goes okay with flying Frontier. It'll be interesting to see the progress, that's for sure. I've also started with the C to 5K, trying to, once I finish that, then I'm gonna add on more distance, because in 93 days will be my next half marathon. I'll be heading back to Disney again to do the Star Wars half marathon. Between then and now, I still need to finish a virtual half, but that can be broken up and it doesn't have to be all done at once. And it needs to be done before March 31st. So because I'll be doing the Kessel Challenge, which is the virtual as well as the in Disney half marathon. And then at Disney, I'm gonna be doing the 10K and the half on the Saturday, Sunday to get that challenge medal as well. Because I'm all about the medals. I'm totally driven by medals. I don't do a race unless we get a medal because I love having the proof hanging on my wall that I earned all this stuff. Maybe I can insert a picture of my medal wall currently. I still have another whole rack to add, but I won't get that till we go to the expo in February to get another rod because shipping to Canada is terrible. So I think that's it really for updates. The biggest thing right now is trying to find other goals. What are some other goals that you have, that you've set, that you find you're working towards and are excited about? What goals do you have right now? I know for me, it's getting that training, that run training done, and changing my mentality with food to be, it has no power. It has no power. I'm just a young Padawan learning that food has no power. I'm also a nerd. So yeah, where are you at? What are your goals at? Have you surpassed them? Have you met them? Are you working towards them? Tell me about your goals. So I'm gonna try and step back in here in February, around February the 11th, around there, to give you an update for 4 months. Yeah, it'll be 4 months. And then again in March for 5 months and in April for 6 months. It feels like April should be further along than 6 months, but I guess that's really 6 months. So that's my update. I'm not gonna edit this. Hopefully I don't have too many ums or ahs or awkward pauses, but I just wanted to keep it as simple as possible to upload. And so I guess we will see you guys in February, or I will see you on Instagram. Thanks and have a good one.